Hello, people of YouTube. This is Gray's Guitars. Thank you for watching. Today, we're going to be talking about why you shouldn't buy or don't buy an LTD EC black metal, the guitar I am currently holding in my hand. So, first and foremost, you couldn't afford the real Gibson, could ya? Or you thought it was too heavy for your weak little arms and shoulders. The Gibson was too heavy, so you had to go buy something with a thinner body. Something that was less expensive than the Gibson Les Paul Studio. Didn't you? Oh, cry me a river. What a shame. What a shame you couldn't get the extra $600-700 to get that Les Paul Studio in your hands. Number two. Why do I have no fret markers? How am I supposed to know where's on plans? There's no frets markers on the entire guitar. Sure, there's on the side, and they kind of glow in the dark, but like nothing on the whole fretboard, nothing. And then this is some sort of ebony, but it's not actually ebony. Like if I wanted ebony, give me actual ebony, not like Madagascar ebony, where I got like some streaks going on in the old fretboard. Not to mention, why is the neck bound in black binding? Same with the headstock. There's black binding on the headstock and the neck. Not on the body, though. Heaven forbid you spend the extra 12 cents on that piece of plastic that goes around the whole body. Can't do it, can you, LTD? Can't do it. Can't do it, can you? And guess what? Nobody sees the black binding. Nobody sees the black binding because it's a black satin finish guitar and it blends in. Not to mention, look at this weird, funky gloss raised logo. Why'd you have to glue a piece of plastic to my headstock? You couldn't have just, maybe inlay it? Maybe some mother of pearl, perhaps. Doesn't have to be a real mother of pearl. Some mother of toilet seat, if you will, like they like to put on the Les Paul standards. Going on to the neck. Look at the back of this thing. Look at the back of this thing. Who needs a belly cut? Nobody needs a belly cut. Who needs that? And then look at this big contour. Who's actually, if you have a Les Paul, ain't nobody playing up to the 22nd fret. Not to mention, this thing has 24. 2 extra frets I am never going to actually use. Who actually uses 24 frets? Nobody. Who actually plays up that way on a Les Paul? Nobody. If you buy a Les Paul, you're up here. You're on a G chord, maybe a D, a C, sometimes an E. But you are never playing anywhere past the 15th fret on a Les Paul. Nobody does. Nobody at all. And then we go to locking tuners. There was nothing wrong with regular tuners. Why'd you have to go locking? Now if the string breaks, there's no lines up here. There's no lines at all, and the tuner's not designed to whine it. So if it breaks, I can't maybe, actually use that string and just have it have less whines on the tuning peg. No, now I have to replace the entire set of strings. Entire set, or that one string, because locking tuning pegs. Who uses locking tuning pegs? Absolutely nobody. Absolutely nobody uses locking tuning pegs. Same with like the tailpiece down here in the bridge. They're Tone Pros. So they lock to the posts. The string tension does that for you. It is completely unnecessary to have them locked to the posts. I want my bridge to fall off when I undo the strings. Completely. Every single time. Also, why does this only have one pickup? Why is there one pickup and no selector switch, and I don't have 3 other knobs? What's going on with that? There's no, I can't switch between pickups. There's just the one, and there's no knobs. I can't control my tone with this whatsoever. And also, this is splittable. Do you know anybody that legitimately uses a coil split on a bridge pickup? A neck pickup, sure, because then you get the Strat tone. But a bridge pickup, really? Who's out there saying, oh boy, I am gonna only wire my bridge pickup to be splittable. Only the bridge pickup, nothing else. Nothing else at all, just the bridge pickup. We don't need the neck pickup splittable. We don't need tone knobs. We don't need a separate volume knob. Just drill one hole in the guitar. Save some money. Drill one hole in the guitar. Don't give them a tone, but give them a huge, massive backplate. So if they want to go through the hassle of getting a drill out, buying a tone knob, and soldering, they can do it themselves if they really want to. Because who's got that kind of time? Who's going to be like, all right, let's drill a hole in the top of my guitar at a tone knob? Not to mention, this knob is actually recessed, so you would actually have to have some sort of decent woodworking skill if you want the tone knob to be recessed, if you're adding it to it. Then you get to repaint that entire section, probably have to refinish the entire guitar, because let's be honest, you can never match that crap. No one can ever legitimately match that crap. It doesn't happen. And then it would just look terrible because you have a giant chunk of wood missing out of the top of your guitar. So what's going on with that? And the last thing, satin finish, really. You couldn't go for the high gloss finish. You had to go with, oh, well, the guitar is called a black metal, so we gotta make it a satin finish. Heaven forbid we make it a gloss finish and just leave the neck satin. Because you know what happens with satin finishes? If you look at the neck, it becomes glossy anyway. And then you're going to have all of these spots all over the guitar where you're constantly touching it, like right here where you're picking. It's already glossy right there in that spot, where the whole spots are just going to be glossy, and then you're just going to have like a glossy satin combo, and it's just going to look really, really weird the more you play the guitar. So there you go. There's a bunch of reasons why you should not buy an LTD EC black metal. Subscribe, notification bell, like, comment what you want to see for future guitar music related content. Thank you for watching, and as always, have a good one.